Ignition sequence starts. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Hey everybody, this is the Digital Asset Investor, and you got to hear this, okay? Coinbase and some of these other exchanges, they get all the press, but Coinbase, in my opinion, is a pile of garbage compared to Uphold. Now I'm going to tell you, the guys at Link2 interviewed the new Uphold CEO yesterday or the day before or something, and you got to hear this clip. And I'll give you another two things. First, Link2's a sponsor of mine, Uphold's a sponsor of mine, and I'm an Uphold and Link2 shareholder. But I'm a proud Uphold, well, proud of both of them, but I'm a very proud Uphold shareholder after I watched this. Watch this. Oh, if I can get it going.
More agile in the market. But the final point I would make is the real reason you should invest in Uphold is that we are going to become the center of people's financial lives. We believe that people won't want one app for crypto, another app for equity, another app for commodities. Uphold brings all of the asset classes together in one environment. It allows you to trade from any asset into any other asset, even across asset classes, in one single move. And what's coming in the new year is the ability to use any asset, any balance you hold, from physical gold to Bitcoin to US dollars, to do things in your everyday financial life, such as pay bills. In the new year, you'll soon be able to get your salary paid into Uphold, and you'll be able to say, okay, I'd like 5% in Bitcoin, 70% in USD, 15% in equities. Anything you hold on Uphold can be spent instantly over a debit card, or it can be used to pay a bill. And our obsession is on ease of use. We want you to be able to do that in fewer steps, with fewer points of friction than on any other app. You may have just seen this week we introduced Apple Pay and Google Pay. So Binance doesn't have it, Coinbase doesn't have it. On Uphold, you can now fund your account with Apple Pay and Google Pay. It's literally 2 clicks. You no longer have to link a card at all. And the thing I forgot to mention earlier was, when you asked me what we're about to launch, next week we launched the new Uphold card, which pays 4% back on every purchase.
4% back. So they have Uphold on the Link2 platform. You can click on that link. You can also click on the Uphold link in the top of the description and tell them DAI sent you. And by the way, for those of you that don't know, Uphold is one of the only places you can buy XRP now. And I bought some this week on Uphold. All right. Elon Musk, the bird is free. Folks, I can't tell you how excited I am about this. I have witnessed over the last, well, I've been doing this social media thing for 4 years, I guess now. And I have seen things that I never thought I would see in the United States of America and globally. And that is people trying to control what we say. It's happened to me on not just this platform, but other platforms. And it's an unbelievable thing to watch. And for me, this is not a political thing. I think everybody should be able to say what they want. Now, that doesn't mean that if you say something that's against the law, you shouldn't be prosecuted. You should. Freedom of speech works perfectly. And all you have to do is let people say what they want to say. And if they say something that gets them in legal trouble, then they should be prosecuted, okay, or sued or whatever. But to not allow freedom of speech, and to have someone at any company that's making decisions as to what you can say is not American. It shouldn't be even done anywhere in the world. And that's the fact, Jack. There's a reason why just individuals around the world get such large followings. It's because people are craving to be told the truth, and they know they're not being told the truth from all these networks and all this stuff that are owned by people that are making them carry a certain narrative, and you know who they are. Okay? So Elon Musk fired the Twitter CEO and the CFO. They're out of there. And I said here, we're literally watching the ending scene of The Lion King. I remember this when I was younger, watching this. It was all rain and dark clouds when the bad guys were in control. and then all of a sudden you had sunshine again. That's what it feels like, because we should be able to say exactly what's on our mind. That does not mean you should be able to say anything or do anything illegal. It does not mean that. Even with free speech, you can't yell fire in a theater, okay? All of those things were taken care of, okay? It is what it is. Anybody who tries to tell you that, oh no, we should have to monitor this or monitor that, and they're doing nothing but trying to control the narrative for their philosophy. And that's the problem with trying to control what's said on any platform. Second, someone starts trying to control what's said, the problem is that you have to decide who gets to control it. And then their philosophies on life or their politics get involved. You know, if Elon Musk took this over, and the second he took it over, he started to censor people that are not his political beliefs, I'd be all over him too. I don't care what it is. If he started to censor the other side, like in this case, who was it? Trump got kicked off here. If he started kicking off Nancy Pelosi or somebody on the other side, I would be the first one to tell you, you can't do that. But that's not what's been done. There's been a certain ideology that has taken this thing, not just this platform, but other platforms over, and has been dictating what is being said. And I think it's by design and it's intentional. Library says, Elon Musk, please buy the SEC and fire 75% of them. They're obviously already for sale. It might as well be publicly traded. And then there's this new topic. Putin, Russia supports Saudi Arabia membership in the BRICS group. When you hear about the BRICS group, folks, you just think about the petrodollar, because that's what all this is about. This is about these people being sick of the U.S. dollar as a world reserve currency, controlling them, putting sanctions on any of them anytime they do something that's out of line. That is what this is about. That's what it's all about. Now, Ripple put out their latest market report. In the latest XRP markets report, we discussed Ripple's XRP holdings. Now, less than 50% of total supply. The state of global crypto regulation, macroeconomics moves, and on-demand liquidity, continued domination. This is the market report. The most interesting thing is this key highlight. Across Ripple's various wallets, the amount of XRP held for the first time is below 50 billion, or 50% of the total outstanding supply. Critics have pointed to the company's XRP ownership as an indicator that the XRP ledger is controlled by Ripple. This is not true. The XRP ledger uses federal Byzantine consensus to validate transactions and new features in secure network, which means that each validator node gets one vote regardless of how much XRP they own. Ripple currently operates 4 out of 130 plus validator nodes on the XRP ledger. And here's Brad Garlinghouse, below 50%. A huge milestone. For 10 years, Ripple has focused on using XRP and the XRP ledger within our products for its speed, security, scalability, for movement of value. As more customers use XRP in their payment flows, it's clear there's real utility here. And then this is one of the things in there that caught my eye from the market report. Quote, certain wallets that are being used for XRP sales also provide short-term leases to market makers and participants. The total amount of leases outstanding in Q3 2022 was 91.1 million XRP. And I said, this is what I want to do with my XRP. Folks, in a perfect world, in the next, who knows, months to year, 2 years, whatever, I will be able to walk in. Here's the perfect scenario. I can walk into Ripple Bank in Jackson Hole, Wyoming, and I can open an account and I can say, hey, I would like to lease my XRP. That way I don't have to incur taxes on the sale, and I can lease them out and just live off of my XRP lease the rest of my life. That is the ideal scenario. Now, if you're one of the people like me who believe that this is a 4, if not 5-digit thing going into the future, then that'd be one hell of a lease, wouldn't it? Okay. Say Vin, the somewhat surreal feeling that all the puzzle pieces are falling into place, that years of building, many uncertainties, but lots of good vibes are suddenly painting this beautiful picture of where we're going. Very good vibes. The vibes are good except for Gary Gensler. This is from Stuart Alvarado yesterday. The SEC's Office of Inspector General report is worth a read. Besides the embarrassingly bad performance review, the OIG concludes there is uncertainty whether the SEC has jurisdiction over crypto. This is the SEC's own cop on the beat talking. And here's the OIG report. He's in the Wall Street Journal. You think Gary likes this? Wall Street Journal, Gary Gensler's bad performance review. The SEC's furious rulemaking process is damaging the agency. Oh, well, that's just the half of it. This is the Inspector General, Nicholas Padilla. And if you want to, you can go to Google and you can type in Office of Inspector General SEC. When this comes up, you can email them, you can call them at that number, you can submit a complaint about Gary Gensler if you'd like, and talk about the conflicts of interest, Bill Hinman, all the other stuff. Great place to do it. And then this is one of my favorite quotes because I had put out this video back in December 2021. This is from the article, managers told the IG that the rulemaking pace is taking staff from mission-related work, in other words, investor protection. The concern is that by assigning more employees to work on climate disclosure rules, fewer are available to catch the next Bernie Madoff. Well, what a coincidence, because I tweeted this out. I won't play the video again. Well, you know what? Why not play the video again? It's all true.
And honored by colleagues as the man who went to the Securities and Exchange Commission and blew the whistle on Bernie Madoff and his $50 billion fraud.
How many times did you send material to the SEC?
May 2000, October 2001, October, November, and December 2005, then again June 2007, and finally April 2008. So 5 separate SEC submissions.
But something did happen. Corruption. They were meeting, remember this, they were meeting with their previous clients while at the SEC. Clients with very strong interests in outcomes that they ruled over in their government posts. Hinman even continued to earn $15 million from his previous law firm the whole 3 years he was at the SEC. You're either a horrible lawyer who can't see the conflict of interest, or you don't care because you're horribly corrupt. So you've got the skills or the moral compass, but you can't do this and have both. And when you're pulling in $5 million a year, odds are it's not the skills they're missing. And that is the bigger story of what is going on with the SEC and Ripple. It's not about cryptocurrency. It's not about about Ripple. It is about the SEC, specifically corruption and regulatory capture.
A person can buy from any number of different identities. We may limit the size, the unit size of a sale, just to make it easier to disguise. So if you are a whale, if you want planning on investing several million US dollars worth, then you can do that for multiple identities.
Get it? Got it? Okay. Then Crypto Law put that out. Here's what the SEC IG says about the agency's jurisdiction over crypto. Basically says such uncertainty. Well, I'll read it. As the SEC continues to increase its workforce and take other steps to protect investors, there's uncertainty about which agency, the SEC or the CFTC, will have regulatory oversight responsibility over the crypto market and what legal tools and authorities will be available. Such uncertainty can unsettle market factors and elevate risk for Main Street investors. Part of the reason we're even in a down market is because of what Gary Gensler has done, folks. He's hurting investors in mass, and he knows it, and he doesn't care. That's the part. I retweeted some of this stuff last night, and I said, in the real world out here, a guy like Gary Gensler gets his butt escorted out of the office. If he was even in the office, I think he stays in his home, but he would have his butt he'd have security guards walking his butt out of the office with all his crap in a cardboard box. If there was any kind of, if any of the people running this country gave a crap about this country, that would have been done a long time ago. And don't even believe the garbage about how we don't have any control. No. There's someone out there that can pick up the phone and make a phone call, and that little weasel's walking his butt out of there in a second. Believe you me. Another senior SEC attorney exits for private practice. Jennifer Songer spent the last year serving as policy counsel to Chair Gensler. She's out of there. I'm the digital asset investor. I'm not an investment advisor. This is for entertainment purposes only. Please subscribe, hit the like button, and tell your friends and family that all it is one phone call. There's one person who could pick up that phone and make that phone call. Why aren't they making it? That's the question. Thanks for listening.